Hey guys, Foxdrop here with another commentary for you guys. This is my new jungle Kha'zix commentary, the new jungle Kha'zix, which is the patch 3.8 Kha'zix, where he got changed. You can have a look at the 3.8 patch notes yourself if you want to, but basically what happened with Kha'zix now is that they moved a lot of his power from his W over to his Q. So there are certain benefits afforded to his W that used to be afforded to his W, which you don't get anymore. But basically your Q does more damage. So your W is less powerful, your Q is more powerful. And I was skeptical of this change, but I really like this change on jungle Kha'zix specifically. I think all Kha'zix really benefits from it as well. I would go so far to say as he's maybe a bit OP as well, but whatever. This is, regardless of whether he's OP or not, this is how I play jungle Kha'zix. And this game actually is the game that got me into Diamond 1. So upon making this commentary, guys, I've just hit Diamond 1, so I'm kind of happy about that. And I thought I would make this commentary because, and there are some things which I think I did really well this game. I've enabled the chat, but I don't know whether it's going to work or not. It probably won't, because for some reason it doesn't want to work. But there are like people start whining, raging a little bit, and for some reason I'm just like in the zone where I just don't give a shit. So anyway, also outside of like the stuff I say, I want you I think this game I used my time really efficiently, which is a huge part of jungling, and I think I did that really well this game. So that's another thing I wanted to focus on, and kind of like my timing of where I am and stuff like that. Anyway, so we're like almost 3 minutes into the game. I've done my double buff. I got smites on blue, got red buff, and now I'm just kind of full clearing. I don't really want to go top at the moment, although I'm probably gonna go top soon. But I don't want to go there just yet because, like I say, I'm optimizing the time. I saw that Malphite put a ward down at here at this try. I saw him put that down because Mundo was standing in the bush. So I know it's warded there, which means I can't run that way, else he'll see me. But apart from that, Mundo should be a fairly easy kill. And I'm pinging to go and get him. I should mention as well, my runes and masteries, they'll be in the description. You won't miss out on them. Runes and Masteries definitely be in the description, so as always, so you can check them out there. But this gank is pretty good because Malphite tries to like dodge a little bit, and he kind of fails. And I want to save my gap closer, my flash, until he uses his escapes. But Shen comes to counter gank this, but Shen can't really do anything. Kha'zix is really good at these duels, these engages, because he just has so much. His Q, the isolation damage on his Q is really strong now. So in these small skirmishes, he's basically an assassin now. Like, he's much more of a pure assassin, whereas before he wasn't so much of an assassin. He was more of like a kind of like melee caster, like semi-assassin, semi-poke kind of guy. Like, he did everything really well. Now he's just a really good assassin. And so in these small engages, he's really strong, which is what you saw there with what happened with Shen and Malphite. Like, we've got a Mundo top, which may raise a few eyebrows. It certainly did raise mine in Champion Select, but yeah, it doesn't matter because I'm jungle Kha'zix. Like, yeah. So right here, like, I see Daniel's being poked. I try to jump over the wall, but you can't actually jump over that wall with your E up. And like I said, I'm just using my time really effectively. I see that Shen's mid, so I'm counter jungling his walls. Kha'zix is pretty strong early, not amazing, but pretty strong early. So I am looking to do quite a lot of stuff. I did just get assist on first blood as well. I'm farming up my wraiths too, and now I'm going to go and farm up the mid lane because Ari went back. Like, if you look at my farm, I'm pretty high up there compared to Shen, who's on 16 and I'm on 23, and I did that nice gank early, and I still haven't gone and bought yet. So for skill order on jungle Kha'zix as well, I personally I max my Q. For my evolutions, I evolve my Q first, then I evolve my E, then I evolve my ultimate. You can evolve your W if you want at level 16. It's kind of preference. I just prefer to evolve my ulti. And for skill order, I go max your Q, max your W, max your E. Like, of course, getting your ulti wherever you can, but you can max your E or your W second. It doesn't really matter. That also is preference. But if you max your W, it gives you a bigger heal, so that's kind of why I like that. But if you do max your E, then you get reduced cooldown on it. And I see Ari's going kind of aggressive on this Diana at mid, so I wanted to jump in and try and help her, but she didn't need my help. So now I'm just here to shove the tower, which is exactly what I'm doing. Like, I'm just forcing down the objectives. I'm just getting this tower down, just poking it down. But I know the time now, 7:10. Their first buff is going to be spawning, and it has spawned right here, and it's their red buff. I know Shen started at red buff because he counter-ganked me top, which meant that he must have started a red buff. And I try to kill him, but I don't want to risk anything because Diana's here. I jump away and smite the Wraith at the same time. But I've seen that he's gone back on the ward, and so I'm just going to wait for him. He's probably going to come back for me. He thinks I've left. He probably thinks I've left, although he's running it a bit fine. But I see him, I wait a few seconds, and I just completely obliterate him. So I get a nice free kill there, just because I was patient when I invaded. And now I just want to get out of there now, because Ari wasn't in mid, which meant that Diana could have come and got me. I know Janna was running up towards me as well. So my plan was just to get out of there. And with Kha'Zix's leap, you can get out of there really easily. Now I take this second blue buff because I'm pretty fed. You don't always have to gift away your blue buffs to the enemy mid laner. The second blue buff, you don't have to do that. It's a good idea to do that because they benefit a lot from it. But if you're ahead like I am, if you're fed, there's nothing wrong with taking it. Kha'Zix benefits a lot from blue buff himself. So I've taken blue, and as you can see, like I was saying before, I'm just using my time really effectively. Maybe I could have been bot here to help this Vayne and stuff, but I'm not going to focus too much towards that. And this is where I make a mistake actually, because I could have killed this Diana. Well, I do kill this Diana, and I just die, like barely die, but still I die. And the reason why this was a huge mistake is because I didn't have my leap up. I used my leap over here to clear the Wraiths, and I didn't actually have it up to kill Diana, so that cost me my life, which was really stupid considering I had double buff. But I did go back with a huge amount of gold, and I bought my Spirit of the Lizard and Boots 1. So for my item build on Kha'Zix in general, I always rush the Spirit of the Lizard. I think it's a really nice item on him. You do have mana issues on Kha'Zix sometimes, so it gives you mana regen, it gives you cooldown reduction, it gives you loads of damage, it gives you the passive. Basically, it's just a really nice item overall on him. After that, I usually go for either Black Cleaver or Bloodthirster. Usually one of those two items, or maybe it's like a Brutalizer. And after that, I'll usually just shove a Giant Spell in my inventory, and then I go for a Last Whisper. I always get my Last Whisper third. And then after that, I finish my Boots 2, which are usually Merc Treads. And I round off my build with the GAs, because Assassins GAs are really good ideas to have in general. Now I see that this Diana's going pretty aggressive onto Ari, so I'm very mindful of what's going on. I'm very mindful that I may need to jump in here, but I don't want to waste my time. Like I said in the beginning, I'm using my time very effectively. Diana goes a bit ballsy, so I get to jump in her face, but there's a Shen ult, which I'm not too worried about, because I know I can kill Diana, which I do kill Diana because she had to go pretty aggressive for Ari, and now it means that I can kill Shen as well. So we get 2 kills for this, and now I get to... I have a decision here. I could have either gone bot, but there's not really anything going bot, so I decide just to push mid, farming, use my time very effectively again. And again, I'm farming even more. I go and take his race as well, because I see these are free for me. I leave the minis up so that it's counter jungling him, and I just recall in his jungle, just like that. I'm taking lots of stuff away from him. I mean, compare Shen and mine's farm. Like, I'm doing a lot this game, and I have like 20 more farm than him, which is like 50% more of his farm, which is quite a lot considering. And my focus now, I've done a fair amount top, I've done a fair amount mid. I just really want to help this bot lane, because our bot lane really should be losing. They shouldn't be winning when they're Vayne versus Caitlyn. They shouldn't be winning, so that's what I'm focused towards doing. And I see that Shen's probably on his way bot here, and the Malphite actually TP'd in, which is something I didn't really think about. And I'm actually spam pinging right here, spam ping to retreat, because I know Shen's on his way. But I don't expect this from Caitlyn, and this is quite unlucky. That right there should have killed her, but whatever. Like, we just get out, we go 3 for 0 here. And I remember at the point in this game, I we're actually behind. We're behind by quite a lot. We're like 2k gold behind. Leona is saying in chat, like in all caps, rage spam, saying, like, new Vayne, you should have let me AD or something like that, because she in Champions Select this Vayne wanted to play AD, and I'm just, for some reason, like, I don't want to come across as a saint because I'm far from a saint, but the right way to handle this situation, because you guys always say you get rages, you get trolls, whatever. And a good way to handle these kind of like angry, frustrated people like Leona is you don't make any snarky comment like, yeah, this Vayne isn't that good. I remember saying to her, I said, this didn't have anything to do with Vayne's AD skills. Like that, we're just getting outplayed at the moment. That was nothing to do with Vayne. She didn't play it poorly. We just got outplayed. Like, just giving credit where credit was due. Credit where credit is due. I don't know why I was saying Drew. I'm not quite sure what that was about, but. Like, we don't need to get frustrated about it. We made a mistake, we got outplayed, and there I got a bit scumbag mode, and I accidentally take away Ari's blue buff because I thought she'd killed it, and so I was just gonna attack the mini creeps, but she didn't kill it, and I ended up taking it myself. But you know, I wanted it anyway, so. But I'm just like, anytime I see, like, I saw that Shen was coming around to invade this top jungle, and he didn't actually show, so I thought that it's probably warded, and because I bought a pink ward, because pink wards are really good to get as a jungler, just because it nullifies the enemy's vision a little bit, I put it down in a place where I thought they would have a ward, and it turned out to be a good place. And again, I'm counter-ganking mid like I did before, and I get the counter kill off on Diana, and this is something which is a bit iffy. Like, I can probably kill this guy, but I don't want to risk it. There's no point risking it because I'm double buffed. I just leveled up to 11 as well, which meant I can evolve. And now this guy, depending on how this plays out, I can probably kill this Shen. So I dodge his taunt, which immediately means I can kill this guy. But I played this poorly. I should have flashed on his face immediately, rather than chasing him for a little bit more, forcing him to run away earlier, which meant I could have chased him before he got to his tower. But as it stood, I didn't want to blow my flash, and so he just escaped me. But again, now I get to farm up this mid lane, I get to push down the tower. I'm just using my time very, very effectively. And it shows in my farm. Like 80 CS, 16 minutes in, on the jungler, it's not too shabby, considering this Shen has done quite a lot. Like, he's tried to do a lot anyway. And I just have way more farm than him. And again, more farming. Just farm. That's all that's on my mind right now, is farming everything. Kha'zix is actually pretty good at taking away Dragon himself as well because of his Q isolation damage. Very, very good at taking away Drag because he's on his own. Like, it just does a huge amount of damage. Like, it does percentage health damage, like percentage health missing damage or something like that, which is a lot when it comes. Like, any percentage health damage is huge on neutral monsters. The big neutral monsters anyway, like Dragon and the buffs. But they just dewarded Dragon, and I know it just spawns soon, so we're going to apply a bit of pressure here. I don't want to die, get too ballsy, which is why I jump the Shen taunt. But I know we can fight this. They get the Dragon, which is, you know, not perfect, but I know we can fight this. We killed Shen, we get a kill on Diana. I see Caitlyn goes a bit ballsy, so I'm going to jump on her face too over the wall. Slow her with my W. And we kill her pretty easily. And now it just comes down to Janna. But this is kind of like, we have to make a decision here whether to. This is kind of where the power of Kha'zix really comes through, as you'll see in a second. We have to make a decision. Like, this Malphite is very, very tanky. I'm very aware of how tanky this Malphite is. He's got a Sunfire cape already. But this Janna is getting a bit too close to me, and because she just used her Q, I know that that's one of her. Janna just used one of her escapes on me, and I just take her down from like 60% health, like instantly. And now we get to kill this Malphite as well, just because he got a bit too greedy. And so we're gonna, like, all the while doing this, we were drawing so much attention from this Malphite that look at what Mundo has done. Like, doing this meant that Mundo got a free lane. He pushed down the first tower and is pushing down the second tower. And I didn't want to stay for this tower because I knew that Diana had respawned. I didn't want to risk that. I think one of us actually died there. Yeah, I think Ari died there because she stayed too long. But looking at the team's scores, we are 2 for 3, 1 for 3, 2 for 5, 1 for 1, and then there's just me who's 8 and 2. Like, I'm just carrying this game really, really hard right now. And so this is something which you guys often say to me, you're like, Foxdrop, I like Elo Hell, you know, I can't get out of Elo Hell. Every game I go 10-1, but I can't carry my noob team. We're always negative. Well, my team isn't exactly doing very well this game. The fact that we're 14 for 14 in kills, and I'm 8 for 2 as a jungler as well, being that far fed as a jungler is unheard of. Like, I mean, my team isn't playing great. Like, there's not really anything else to say about it. They're just not playing great. They're not playing great. That's all there is to say. But I'm still, you know, the game is on me to carry. Like, I don't care about my teammates anymore. Like, I'm 8 for 2. I'm the fed one. It's up to me to win this game. I see a fight break out at mid, and my team actually performs a lot better without me than I thought they would. But I come in and manage to mop up Malphite, and then I'm gonna flash, jump, mop up Janna as well. I mean, the isolation damage on Kha'Zix, when you get fed on Kha'Zix, your isolation Q damage is just absolutely absurd. And I'm pretty tanky right now as well, which is good. And because everyone just died mid as well, this gives us a pretty good time to take away Baron. Caitlyn's the only one alive to stop us. I do a lot of damage to Baron. Well, Vayne does. We've got a very good team for Baron. Like, Mundo's Q does percentage health damage, so that does a lot of damage versus neutral monsters. Vayne's W, every third attack, that's percentage health damage. My Q, percentage health damage. Baron Nashor has like 15,000 health, so anytime you have percentage health damage, you're doing a huge amount of damage to Baron, and so we take it away really quickly. We didn't even really need a good team to do it either, to be honest, because they were like 4 of them were dead, so it was just a really good time for us to do it. But again, if I hadn't showed up and mopped everything up, then it wouldn't have been free for us. And I just pushed down mid there to get the free tower, and I'm buying loads of wards. If you've noticed, I bought quite a few wards this game. I'm putting them in smart positions just to help our team out. But I know that Ahri's bot here, so I'm not showing on the lane to push it, because I don't want to put any pressure on that lane. There's no point putting any pressure on that lane, because we'll just get caught out, and we don't have Ahri with us, so there's no point. Like, we'll just get caught and we'll probably just die in it. So not playing it risky at all, just putting pressure, and I'm farming everything. Like, again, like I say, I'm using my time so efficiently, but I know that loads of them are top, so we can all show and actually try and take down this bot tower, which is exactly what we do. Like, they drew so many people away top because they were pushing it down. You know, we could take away this bot tower as well, which was really good for us. And like, looking at my farm, I have more farm than our AD carry. I have similar farm to mid lane, so our 2 carries I pretty much have the same farm as, and the Mundo top lane just got a lot of free farm. And even so, he's pretty far ahead of me. But the other guys, I'm pretty close to. But on the enemy team, they're outfarming us quite heavily just because they're outplaying us at the moment. But I'm trying my best to carry this game. I'm doing what I can. And Ahri gets caught out, but she's lucky enough to survive because she's got her ulti. I'm there just to provide a bit of moral support. Tell her, it's alright, Ahri. Everything's going to be okay. And because Diana stole our blue buff before, I know that she knows that our blue just respawned. So they're probably going to be around it, which is what we can see is happening on our ward. So I get to jump in and steal it. I dodge another one of Shen's taunts. And I'm being a bit scared here just because I'm a bit cautious of this Diana's damage, but I don't really need to be. And I get a free kill on Shen, and here we go. Here's where a team fight starts. And on Kha'Zix, this is really unlucky by me. As I'm jumping in to land on Kate's face to kill her, I get Janna ulted. That was a really nice ulti by Janna. And so it kind of renders me a bit useless this team fight. I don't really get to do anything except steal away their red buff, which is always good. But it was, I've hit 16 and involved my ulti as well now. Like I said, that was kind of just my preference. This face tanking the tower isn't really going to work when Leona is particularly squishy. Doesn't have a lot of armor either. But on Kha'Zix, the biggest mistake people make on Kha'Zix is that when they've evolved their wings, they're too scared to jump in. Like, they think that they're just, I don't know what they think. They don't realise that you're not gonna. They don't realise that your wings reset, your jump resets whenever you kill someone. So they won't jump in to finish someone off because they're too scared. When you need to be very ballsy when you play Kha'Zix. When you've got your evolved wings, be very ballsy. And what actually happened there was I kind of got caught out a little bit. I was actually looking to kill the Caitlyn, but they kind of knew I was around, and so it didn't really work out. And I saved my red buff there. I didn't want to take that red buff because firstly I already have a red buff, so I didn't want to wait, and I was recalling, so I didn't want to waste the duration. But secondly, I actually just want Vayne to pick that up now because she's pretty strong, so she should be able to do enough with it herself that I don't need to take it away. But I'm still by far the strongest person on this team, and I'm extremely tanky at this point in the game, and I have a lot of damage as well. Like, Diana walks around to try, I don't even know what she was trying, but she walks around for some reason, and I just kill her instantly. And this is a mistake by me, trying to like farm those wraiths while they were fighting. I use my ult to block out a lot of damage from Caitlyn's ulti, but we're just distracting them while this Mundo takes away top, which is fine. And I'm still staying around just to draw a bit of attention, fire my rockets at Malphite. I interrupt 2 recalls, and this Ahri is going very, very ballsy, very aggressive for this Caitlyn, and this is a pretty good play, so I'm going to play this in half. Boom, take away Caitlyn, jump for the damage, onto the Shen, take him down, jump, and boom. Triple kill, just because like a lot of people as well, and you know, I don't want to sound big-headed by saying that, but I would have done this too. When I'm not playing so well, it's the plays you can make when you're on like half health. Like in that team fight, a lot of people just recalled when they were around here. They would have just recalled. When I was sitting in that bush, they would have just blue pilled back to base. Like, nah, I'm too low, I can't help. But I stayed around because I was looking for opportunities to do more, and I picked up 3 kills, which meant that we could get the top inhib. I got a lot of damage off onto the bot inhib, but I don't want to risk it because I know that they have people respawning. But it's just little plays like that, small plays like that, which really make the difference between wins and losses in solo queue. So I've just picked up my GA now as well. I've got my merc treads too, which should help me just in case I get locked down. Shouldn't be too much of an issue though now that I've got my GA. This game is pretty much, it's our game to lose, and I'm really snowballing. Like looking at everyone's scores, 1 for 1 on Mundo, 3 for 7 on Ahri, 2 for 4 on Vayne, 3 for 5 on Leona, and then there's me who's 15 for 2. Like, I'm pretty much carrying this game as hard as I can as far as junglers go. Like I can't really carry much harder than this. And this is how you do it. Like, this is a Diamond 1 game, guys. Like this, if I can carry this hard in Diamond 1, you guys can carry in Silver and Bronze or whatever it is. I know my allies are a lot better than the people you get in Bronze and in Silver, but so are the enemies. The enemies are a lot better than the people you would get in Bronze. Like in Bronze, they're not as good. The enemies aren't as good as these guys, obviously. So it's the same principle, it's the same concept. You know, if me, a Diamond player, can carry this hard at like Diamondish ELO, then you, if you truly belong higher than you are, if you're a Silver player and you're in Bronze, then you should be able to carry a team of 4 Bronzes versus a team of 5 Bronzes. And right, like, yeah, I was getting creep block there, which is really weird, but yeah, but yeah, that's the end of that game, guys. So that was my Diamond 1 promotion game. I hope this was a okay commentary. I don't know whether it was any good or not, but it really should show you how to carry like really hard. And the new jungle Kha'zix is really fun to play, which is why I've been playing him so much. But thanks for watching this commentary, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. You can check me out on my social medias, on my Facebook, which is facebook.com/FoxdropLol. You can check me out on Twitter as well, which is Foxdrop, I believe, just at Foxdrop, or maybe even at FoxdropLol. Either way, you can check out the links because they are in the description, as always, alongside my runes, my masteries, all of the good stuff, everything you need to know. But thanks for watching this video, guys, and I'll see you in my next video.